everyone, it's Shel from Scrap Secrets and welcome back to my channel. Today's day 4 in the 2022 Countdown to Christmas series, and we're going to create a fun fold card. So here's what it looks like when it's all closed up, and then here's what it looks like when it's open. So you can see there are a couple different panels in this card. So to start off, we're going to take a piece of 8.5 by 11 inch cardstock. We're going to score it 5.5 inches on the 11 inch side and at 4.25 on the 8.5 inch side. Then what we're going to do is we're going to remove one of those rectangles. So it does matter which one you remove because it'll determine how your card folds. So I am going to have my front flap fold out to the left and then my interior flap fold up. So I am going to be removing the lower left-hand one. So what I did was I put my paper in the trimmer at the 5.5 inch mark, found the middle point and cut down, and then turned it around to the 4.25 inch side and cut from the middle piece down to the edge of the paper. So now I have 3 flaps that are all connected, and that's going to create the card. So depending on which rectangle you cut off and which way you decide to score the folds, it will give you different looks to the card. So you can actually have the flap in the front, you can have it fold up, you can have it fold down, you can have it fold out to the right instead of the left. So there's a lot of different configurations you could do with this fun fold. The next step is to pick your pattern papers, and I found an old Die Cuts with a View paper pack, picked a couple of pieces from it that coordinated and cut them down to 4 by 5.25. Since each of the panels measures 4.25 by 5.5 inches, I wanted to have a little bit of a border. On 2 of them, I did a red border that are an 1/8 of an inch larger than the pattern paper. And then I found this cut apart that I wanted to use, but I wanted to make it a see-through one. So I'm going to take this wonky rectangle die that I have, and I apologize, I don't know who it's from. I'm going to run that through my Big Shot, and then I'm going to figure out where I need to place this cut apart. So this one was from a cut apart sheet, and I just thought it was cute to be on the front of this, and it matched. So I put little pencil lines around where I wanted the piece to go. And now I'm going to put some foam tape on the back, on the right and left sides of the back of this piece. The bottom and top are too tiny, but with the cutout, it's too narrow. So I'm not going to be putting any foam tape on there, but it's okay because we have enough foam tape on both of the sides. So one full piece is going to go on each side, and then I'm going to cut down another piece and cut that in half so it's skinnier and it can fit on the other side of the foam tape that's on there. I'll pull the backing off of it and then we will stick that to the front. So I just decided that I wanted something to be see-through, kind of like a little peekaboo thing. It doesn't really look in person, you can tell that there's more dimension there, but on camera, I don't think you can see the dimension too much. So there are so many different things you can do with this. You can make this into a gift card holder. You could put tags in there. You could put family picture. This would be a great one if you do a family letter. This one would be a great one to include a picture on one side and a letter on the other. Do some pockets, do some gift card holders, do something different than just giving somebody a gift card in like a store-bought card. So there's a lot of different ways you can decorate this. So now I'm going to take that front panel and use my Honeybee Bee Creative Glue to attach it to the front. And there's going to be an 1/8 of an inch border around all of the sides because that red piece is an 1/8 of an inch smaller than the front panel, but an 1/8 of an inch larger than that plaid. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that top flap piece, and I am with the reindeer and the trees on it, and I am going to take some Rustic Wilderness Distress Oxide and just go around the edges of it. I just wanted to give it a little bit of something. I wasn't going to put anything on here. You could put a mat on here so that you could write a message to the recipient. I'm just not sure who this is going to yet, so I will finish decorating it and adding like maybe a white piece or a lighter piece of cardstock so that I can write on it depending on who it's going to. But I also decided to mat this one with that same red cardstock. So I made it 1/8 of an inch larger than that reindeer and tree panel, which measures 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to glue it to that top piece. Now you could there were two places that I didn't, or one place that I didn't decorate, the back, which you see here. You can completely decorate that. I just didn't think about doing it. You can go ahead and do it if you would like. Now this bottom piece here, I wanted it to be continual. So I found a piece of cardstock that was a 12 by 12 sheet, but it just had this cute tag at the bottom that said Merry Christmas. And I thought, I could cut that off and then cut it down a little bit, and it would look kind of like one continual piece on the bottom here. So that's what I decided to do with it. I couldn't find another piece of pattern paper that I liked that went with this. So I went ahead and cut that piece down. So the top piece just has those embossed trees behind it. So that's the leftover from that 12 by 12 page. And then I found a scrap of green cardstock, and then this is the fallout piece from the die that we cut from the front of it. So I'm just measuring the excess, going to take that over my trimmer, cut that off, and use my Honeybee Bee Creative Glue to glue that down. Then I'm going to attach the fallout piece from the front pattern paper on top of that. Again, I could put a little piece of white or light paper on top of it and write a message on there, stamp a greeting, but I'm not really sure who this is going to. So you could put a gift card there. There's so much that you can do with this. There's a lot of real estate to decorate on here. Oh, I wanted to add a little bit more sparkle because if you know me, you know my cards aren't officially done until there's a little bit of sparkle. So this is some glitter glue that I've had in my stash for a very long time, and I'm just going over the bow with that. And then I'm going to take my white gel pen and go around the edges of the tag and just do some dash marks for a little bit more interest. I felt like it was a little bit plain and needed something else. I had tried the red stickles, or those red glitter glue pieces, but they are so old that when I turned them over, all the glitter was clumped together, and really what was coming out was just the glue pieces. So it was just like runny, and it just was not working. I'm sure that I could have used some of my Nuvo drops on it, but I wanted a little bit of sparkle behind it, and my Spectrum Noir sparkle pen wasn't really doing the job. So I'm going to go around all the edges with that white gel pen, and that's pretty much what I do for the card. I'm going to go back and add some of the Spectrum Noir red sparkle pen to the hearts on the front of the Christmas tree, but let me know if there's anything else you would add to this card. Oh, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below. There are pictures of the card coming up. And make sure you also check out the intro video so that you get all of the instructions for the giveaways for this entire series. And I will see you guys again real soon for another video. Bye!